Think of this. Somewhere in Kenya, a mother is holding her sick child, walking into a pharmacy to get the medicine that would save her baby's life. On the other hand, an old man in the UK is reaching his cabinet to take his daily diabetes pill. But what's common between the two? Well, there's a high chance that both medicines were made in India. India is the largest producer of generic medicines and supplies around 20% of the total exports. We are also the largest vaccine supplier in the world and produce 60% of all vaccine. India's pharmaceutical industry is the third largest by volume and 13th largest by value. We manufacture more than 60,000 generic drugs. But behind these impressive statistics is a simple truth. India's pharma industry was built on a philosophy that medicine should be accessible to everyone, not just those who can afford to pay premium prices. But how did India become the biggest supplier of affordable medicines? And why does Indian drugs cost a fraction compared to the Western ones? Let's dive deeper to know why should you care. Now you would obviously ask me, what are generic medicines? Let me break this down for you. Imagine you are having a terrible headache, so you decide to go to a pharmacy. The pharmacist offers you two pills, one that has a brand name and comes in a fancy packaging. Let's say it costs 100 rupees. The second one contains the same ingredients, works the same but doesn't have a brand name, and the cost, say around 12 rupees. This cheaper one is a generic drug. By the way, they are not just cheaper, they are the exact same in performance, usage, safety and strength compared to the branded ones. As I told you earlier, India is the largest producer and exporter of generic affordable drugs, saving the lives of countless people in the developing world. That is why India is known as the pharmacy of the world. But how are generic drugs really saving lives of so many people? The answer would be much more clearer with a real-world example. There was a time in Africa where millions were dying because of the AIDS virus. The medicines that could save lives cost around $12,000 per person a year. Basically, if you weren't rich, you would just wait for your death. But then came one man, Dr. Yusuf Hamid. He planned to take on the big pharma giants and do something unthinkable. He dragged down the price of AIDS medicine from the whopping $12,000 to just $350. But you might be thinking, how is that even possible? In 2001, Hamid made a game-changing announcement. His company, Cipla, would sell a full AIDS treatment for just $1 a day. And obviously, the world was stunned. But how is this even legal? Cipla used reversible engineering to make generic versions of the same life-saving drug at a much lower price. And the best part? He wasn't breaking any rules. Governments and organizations like the Global Fund rushed to buy these medicines, and millions of lives got access to the life-saving treatment. And what about the impact? HIV deaths in Africa dropped hugely. And when today India is called the pharmacy of the world, credit must be given to Yusuf Hamid, who put lives above profits. Truly a real-life Robin Hood. But what makes Indian-made medicines so cheap? India's medicines are so cheap because of some really smart policy moves. Before 2005, there were no patents on medicines, so companies could freely make generic versions without worrying about legal trouble. This led to a booming generic drug industry. Even when India joined the WTO and introduced patent laws in 2005, they kept the rules loose for pharmaceuticals. So, the moment a new drug hits the market, generic versions pop up almost instantly, keeping prices super low. Honestly, this is a brilliant strategy. It makes life-saving medicines accessible to millions while also maintaining India's dominance in the global generic drug market. It just doesn't end here. India has cheap labor, lower production costs, which play an important role in reducing the overall pricing of the medicines. Also, Indian pharma companies produce drugs in massive quantities. This benefits them through the economies of scale. Another reason why Indian meds are affordable. Today, we find Jan Aushadhi Kendras that sell generic medicines at much cheaper cost than the branded counterparts, so that everyone, irrespective of their background, can afford them. Thanks to the Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana, an effort to make healthcare more inclusive. Now, let's go back to the sad days of COVID-19. Hospitals were overflowing and people were desperate for vaccines. While the West was hoarding vaccines, one country came in front to help: India. With its Vaccine Maitri mission, India didn't just vaccinate its own citizens, but sent over 250 million doses to around 100 countries. But how did we achieve this staggering feat? It was because of the Serum Institute of India, the world's largest vaccine manufacturer. It teamed up with Bharat Biotech and developed Covaxin and Covishield to help millions worldwide. And again, at affordable costs. When Big Pharma chased profits, India proved that health should come before wealth. Okay, so Indian medicines are saving lives, they are cheap and accessible. But what is the current status of the pharma industry? Well, it has come a long way. From being known as the copycat of medicines, we have become a global leader in medicine production. Today, the industry is valued at over $50 billion and is expected to hit a massive $130 billion by 2030. That's some serious growth. But here's the thing. India isn't just making generic medicines anymore. We have leveled up. Our pharma companies have built state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities that meet the strictest global standards. In fact, India has more FDA-approved pharmaceutical plants than any other country outside the US, and that's a huge deal. But it's not just about producing medicines. Indian manufacturers follow WHO's good manufacturing practices, which means they meet the high-quality standards required for global markets. So, India isn't just making medicines, we are mastering the science and the art of it. That's why the world truly trusts India as its pharmacy. But times are changing. Indian pharma is no longer the king of cheap generics. It is now a global powerhouse of innovation. Companies like Sun Pharma, Cipla and Biocon are not just making medicines, they are revolutionizing healthcare. They have cracked the code on biosimilars, a type of advanced drugs that provide affordable treatment for cancer, diabetes and autoimmune disorders. If this is not a game changer, then what is? Imagine life-saving drugs being able to cure millions at a fraction of cost. That is not just a win for India, but for global healthcare. And here's something even more exciting. These companies are going all in on AI-driven drug discovery. What does this mean? Faster, more efficient, and path-breaking medicines in the future. But you might be wondering, how are they doing all these? This strategy is actually smart. Indian pharma is teaming up with global giants. They help in all sorts of things: R&D, marketing, and entering new markets. Sun Pharma's acquisition of Ranbaxy gave it a strong foothold in the US and Europe, while Cipla's deals in Africa and its partnership with Teva Pharmaceuticals boosted its presence in global generics market. Earlier, doctors were hesitant to prescribe generic drugs because they were unsure of their quality and effectiveness. But now, 90% of prescriptions in the US are for generic drugs. The World Health Organization too promotes their uses. So, India's generic drug industry is set to grow in the future for sure. And here's my take. India is no longer the pharmacy of the world because of low costs. We are now rising to become an innovation hub. We have the potential to become the Silicon Valley of pharma. And for that, we need more investments in research and a push for homegrown drug innovation. And finally, India is making strong progress in reducing dependence on China for raw materials. With government initiatives like the PLI and infrastructure development, India is steadily countering China's API dominance while building a strong and independent pharma supply chain for the future. This is Sampriti. See you in the next one.